Instead of fascist smile in your head. Come on in, the door's open, you'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and let those stories your ear. Cause when I talk the tavern, hear your own.
I don't like him, does he?
Talk the tavern, promising beer and bedlam. The talk the tavern, music, medicine, then some. The talk the tavern, the song's over. Here we come.
Okay, and welcome to Labor Day. We're going to have us some labor talks in a little bit, but first let's do some intro.
Be in labor.
Don't be in labor. I got to keep moving to let Andrea get on the screen because her computer decided to do an update. So
An hour ago.
here's our disclaimer. Shit's fucked up, y'all. Because that's how we roll. What, Ed?
That it is.
It is.
Hey, Tran.
So, hello, Trin. How are you? Good to see you. She's doing an update. It's yanking my crap-ass internet to hell.
So 5 minutes before the show's over, it should be done.
Yeah. So sometime between now and then, hers will finish. She'll be on her own camera. We'll switch screens. And everybody will stop being as pixelated as they are right now. But right now, her computer is over there going... It's like my mom. Except... her computer costs more. I am Travis. I am your host. I will probably not be smoking a pipe tonight, but I am going to partake of some Henry McKenna bourbon and some water. Water. And let's just go. Andrea, why don't you introduce yourself next?
No.
No.
I'm not drinking anything. I'm
I
not
don't.
knitting anything. I'm waiting for this damn computer.
Get a cup of cake. Cake a cup.
I already
What?
ate that.
Oh. You got a sack of M's.
We'll discuss me when.
Oh. Look, she's going into stealth mode, y'all.
She disappeared.
It's like
She
magic.
disappeared.
Hey, Ed, what do you got?
I have just a wee bit of Woodford Reserve batch proof, and it's probably a good thing it's only a wee bit because it's 125.8 proof. So
Oh, is that all?
yeah, I'm gonna sip on that slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
That's what he said.
Stuff.
And what about you, Chris? Make sure your mic is moved so we can actually hear you. Don't put it in your nose.
Hey!
Hey!
I have water. Lots and lots and lots of water.
You got drunk, didn't you?
Yes. The day.
We're still not. You're still quiet. Is he quiet for anyone else, or is it just me?
A wee bit.
He's quiet.
Okay.
Okay, let me
Okay.
see about turning my mic
Okay,
up.
play with that. We're going to move on to Elizabeth, and then we'll talk to you about your drunkenness in a few minutes. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hi. Hi, everybody, and hello from Virginia. I had a lovely swim before the show, and my hair is wet. I got a great beer. It's a Gold Leaf from Devil's Backbone. And I'm only doing that as a warm-up for my lovely, lovely Schlafly pumpkin. Letting that one warm up a little bit. You know, I was having this conversation with someone last night. No, we were not in bed. Oh. And she said
Whiner.
she doesn't like, well, we were wet in a pool. She doesn't like pumpkin pie. She doesn't like pumpkin coffee, pumpkin anything, but she really likes a pumpkin beer. And I concur.
Maybe because it tastes more like pumpkin and less like pumpkin spice.
Yes, it tastes more authentic allspice and cinnamon and that pumpkin. And usually, to be honest, they use actual squash. They don't generally use pumpkin in the beers. So, but it just tastes like Thanksgiving or Halloween.
Yeah, most like canned pumpkin is not actual pumpkin; it's other squashes.
Yeah. Oh, but they had squash in the store today. I got all excited, like I want to make soup, but So much room in the car.
Squash that idea.
Oh,
Oh,
Why do they call it squash?
it's an Indian
don't be
name.
so gore.
That's the answer you give to any word that somebody's like, where'd that word come from? It's an Indian name. Especially if you can't pronounce it.
This one's only 8%. 8.5.
Wow.
So this show is gonna get awesome.
Nice, nice. So did anybody have any really cool highlights to their week the past 7 days? To define week for those that don't know what it means.
I did. But I'll wait my turn for
No,
it.
no, it's your turn right now. Keep
Go
going.
ahead. Yeah, keep going.
I just sent off, as requested by a producer, I sent off a writing sample yesterday. And I'm going through the stages of perhaps getting hired as a writer.
For?
That's cool.
He'll let me know. I don't know yet.
Porn?
Just gotta put,
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, is it
I'll
like
write porn.
movie writing or is it technical writing for instruction manuals?
It would be a feature writing.
Okay.
It would be a feature film.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it's not like, backroom comedy on the next, one of the Seth's projects.
No. And he's not a huge producer, but he is known, and I would very much like to work with him. And I'm really being very optimistic on this and visualizing getting paid. Wee. So that was the highlight of my week. That, and I cleaned I cleaned the garage and killed only 4 black widows.
Oh.
So I've had 2 good years in a row. Last year was 28, and the year before was 23, and this year was 4. So
Okay, well, either that or else you're starting to suck at this whole Black Widow killing thing. One
Yeah.
of the two.
My computer's almost done.
Yay.
I think they're in hiding, and I think I'm just going to move the wrong board, and a tidal wave is going to hit me of all these spiders.
Stop it.
Let's say hello to Trin. Everybody, on the count of 15.
Trin.
1. Oh, no, they jumped the gun. Hi, Trin.
Hi, Trey.
It's,
I'm waiting for 15. Oh, it's at 86%. Damn.
She missed us. You're
She did.
special.
Well, it's been since last Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, it's been a very spotty broadcasting schedule because of everything going on. So, yeah, I haven't been around as much as normal.
Said no.
Huh?
Don't steal my nipples.
He's going to walk on your mouse pad and
He's
screw
gonna steal
things.
my nipples.
Your blue nipples. It's, So, Ed, you were going to say something about your week.
Well, nothing really special, cool, spectacular, but I've been watching Nightfall on Netflix. It's a historical fiction about the fall of the Templar Knights in France. None of it is anywhere near true.
Uh-huh.
But I'm on season 2. Mark Hamill is in season 2 training Templar initiates. And I can't help myself every now and then. Okay, this is where he should have said, feel the force.
He's also in Dark Crystal.
Oh.
Yes,
I'm gonna
and
talk about
I
that.
haven't seen it yet. I just put it in my save on Netflix. I haven't watched any of it yet, but yeah.
Andrew
How
has-
is the night one? How is the Night Templar one?
I'm enjoying it.
Andrea does have commentary on Dark Crystal. I watched part of the first episode and slept through the rest of the first episode.
Okay. Spoiler, if you don't want to hear it, close your fucking ears. Today, me and Frank were like, okay, we're gonna try this. Episode 1. Not even halfway through, it's like, we gotta turn it off. Don't eat. There's a really nasty part I almost threw up. There's a pustule on a skexis.
Is that the one with the runny nose?
Oh, that's not a runny nose.
Okay.
It's these thick.
Hold on one second. Chris, all it is, she's describing one thing in the first episode. And it's not even a plot point. It's a visual thing.
Like,
So it's
look.
not actually much of a spoiler. She's just really bad at deciding what a spoiler is.
It's gonna make you barf a little bit.
It's, yeah, it's...
No,
But-
that was not blowing its nose. It was. I'm done.
Let's just say, don't eat tapioca pudding during the first
Oh
episode.
God.
You know, I fell asleep during that episode myself.
Did you really?
It's probably good.
But I'll tell you what, I am going to watch the entire thing because just the art alone, just the magistry of craft
It's
and
so
design is worth it. So
It's so pretty. I mean, it looks.
So
Yeah, and the fact
pretty.
that they went back and made like most of it is puppets again rather than CGI.
amen, Chris. Well said.
It's
that
really
it's real.
pretty. Don't get me wrong.
So pretty.
And it's kind of realistic. Oh my god.
Maybe they need to hire me to write some episodes for that.
Well, by
I
the time I
started
saw,
to Carnival Row, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. But I've heard I got to keep going because it gets real good. So,
Which one?
Carnival Row,
We haven't started.
Oh.
the one on Amazon.
oh, Toey.
Hey, Toey.
Oh,
Toey.
Toey says I want a Gelfling shooting gallery.
Ew.
It's
Toey.
I like the little creatures in there. I don't know if they're puppets or what they are, but they're just.
like
they're,
Fizzgig, like the little fuzzball. That's a
well,
puppet.
just the little different things. They're just so neat to look at. Oh, I think. It finished.
Okay, now tell me before you turn on Skype, because we're gonna have a bump in our service. And Toey, thank you so much for that second tier 1 subscription from you. I believe the first one was gifted, probably from Trin or Chris. I forget which one. But yeah, here's to you, Toey. And let's do an opening toast. Let's see if my
Can I
quote.
get on first?
Oh yeah, you gonna do that?
It's
Is it doing it now?
well, it's logging in.
Okay. We're gonna wait for Andrea. And Elizabeth fell out of her chair. Maybe that first beer was too much.
What?
Damn
No,
lightweight.
no, Harold.
Don't let him walk on your.
He's not walking on it. He's just in my face.
Okay.
You know what? Go ahead and do
So-
the toast. It's not.
Let's do this. Ed, what else did you have to talk about in your week this week?
I'm good.
Okay.
Other than inserting Star Wars lines in
And
Nightfall,
Historic,
which is
okay.
pretty fun from time to time. But yeah, I'm good.
What about you, Chris?
Work was fucking nuts because building's not ready, so still contractors everywhere, and they started loading in the set, and they were like, "Hey, we need you to put in all of these LED things," and I'm like, "Well, the LED things haven't arrived yet." And they're like, "Well, we can't build the rest of the set until the LED things go." So I get to go in early tomorrow to try and get ahead of them. But I went to the Ren Fair today, so that was fun.
Who'd you see?
Lots of people.
Did you go see any shows or acts or music?
Alcohol.
No.
No?
I
Okay.
mean, I saw all of the acts at the bar that we were hanging out in.
Okay, so Pirates Royale still
Some.
there or not?
What?
Pirates Royale still there?
No. They only perform on Pirate Weekend, which
Okay.
is the last weekend of September, I think.
It'll be 21st this month. Yeah, third weekend. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Pirates Day. The Pirate Day is, the 16th or the 19th and whatever it is.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay, hold on. Andrew's gonna connect. Watch our connectivity go,
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
and then
Wait a
we'll bring her in.
There it goes.
We're gonna switch scenes as we grab her.
Oh.
Double micing it. There we go. Your camera's crooked, or the floor is. But I can go back in front of this now. Okay, we'll just find her behind me now. Yeah, make those dark crystal noises.
Ooh.
Okay, let's get an opening toast in here. You know what? I don't like that one. I want a different one. That one comes up a lot. Let's do a different one. Or let's not. See, Andrea's
Sorry.
in the dark now. Hold on a second. We're gonna turn on the other light
Strangers
here.
in the night, exchanging glances. Strangers in the night.
Okay, there we go. There's a quote from
Taking off
Andrea.
their
This is gonna open
pants.
our thing.
What's the quote?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Now, what about you, Andrea? Now that you have a camera,
Mm.
what Did you have anything eventful this past 7
I
days?
would say. Okay.
Would you? Because I wasn't sure. That's why I'm approaching it this way.
I don't know if many people know my kid had spinal surgery 3 months ago in May. 2 rods put in his back. Well, Thursday he had to have some stuff fixed because his neck wasn't doing right. So now he has some rods in his neck to hold it. So that's what happened. He came home yesterday. Very eventful. In the hospital. That's it.
Good times.
I'm not going to bitch about the dealership, but
Are you sure you don't want to? You got 2 minutes. You can't bitch more than 2 minutes because nobody cares that much. But if you want to bitch a little bit about them,
all right. In the hospital. So I made an appointment in the dealership because I have one of these new transmissions, CVT transmission, on my car. Pain in the ass. But you have to change the transmission fluid every 50,000 miles to make it great. Work right. So I made an appointment in the Nissan dealership so I can get it done efficiently, effectively, quick. So I can get back to the hospital.
thank you, Ed, and thank you too.
Then I get there. They couldn't find my appointment. Okay, cool. So they got it in. 5 hours later, it was done. And I'm driving back to the hospital, and there's these horrible noises.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
hold on.
Is that me?
It's you and Elizabeth. But here's what I'll do. Give me a second, guys. I'm just going to reset my call, and that'll fix everybody's camera. 1 second.
Okay.
There we go. Let's just do that.
Okay, I can get my.
There we
Okay.
go. Everybody's back-ish. They all have little nameplates. There we go. Okay. So, now Andrea didn't even mention that she actually pays extra every month to get this kind of shit covered, and she went to one of the shops in the network who then went, it'll take 2 or 3 days to do it, and she went, okay. And they went, great. It's been 2 days. We can't do it because we're going to break your fucking car if we try. Come
We
get it.
don't work on that type of transmission after I specifically said, do you do this? And I don't know, now my muffler is like swinging like an old guy's balls. I don't know.
And Chris has cheered 10 bits at an old man's balls.
Yeah, he did. I'm just, it's frustrating being an adult and having a vehicle and trying to keep it up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That
That's my
sucks.
bitch. I'm not bitching.
You done there, Elizabeth?
I'm done.
Okay.
I had to get my keyboard.
Was
Okay.
it because of the old man ball swinging thing?
Yes.
Knocked her over.
It could have been.
Knocked me off my chair.
I heard her wrestling with her headset. Okay. Did I have anything in the past 7 days?
Oh, no.
I mean, besides, the general household stuff, cats are good. The employee thing at work, I don't think I really had much of anything besides the peripheral thing of all that. Look at Elizabeth joining that race. And she's coming in just behind Ed.
Yeah, she is.
Just. Oh, it restarted. Ah.
Yeah, beginning of the
Have
week.
a shot.
You're in 3rd place.
I go.
Trin says,
bankrupt.
I go bankrupt, so hold on. I may go bankrupt. I got it, because the comma's next to the M. I got it. So hold on. She gonna go bankrupt?
I'm trying to get on Twitch so I can read the comments too.
If I fill up my gas tank, I'll be bankrupt.
Yeah,
Hey,
I hear
there's
you.
Elizabeth getting quote. Those are my principles. If you don't like them, well, I have others. Thanks, Groucho. And there's dad jokes.
That's funny.
I like Groucho Marx and Will Rogers, Will Smith, Will Ferrell.
Yes.
One of the Wills has to
One of
go
the
first.
Wills.
It's Rogers.
One of the Will brothers.
We saw Holmes and Watson.
Yeah. we
How
did.
was it?
I bought it.
It was lame and stupid and asinine.
I
Everything you would have
loved it.
expected from it.
Well, and Redbox is like, do you want to buy this for $4? Yes, I do. So I bought the disc right out of the machine because
Wow.
it's
'Cause-
cheaper than renting it for 2 nights.
That's true. Sort of. No, if you enjoy that type of thing, it's exactly what you expect from their joint movies.
Mhm.
Though they don't do a joint movie the way Seth Rogen does a joint movie.
Oh, they can't help it.
Bet you they don't do a joint movie like Cheech and Chong did a joint movie.
No.
Nobody does that.
Probably not.
No.
I hear a cat.
Yeah.
I did watch Dave Chappelle's new stand-up.
How is it?
That man's brilliant. He's just fabulous. He managed to piss everyone off in this one. He's gonna get a firestorm, which is exactly what he wanted. He's fantastic. He is so funny. He just really has a great take on things. His point of view is...
That's better.
Yeah.
You had, like, from the middle of your forehead up was blocked.
That's okay.
Who, me?
No, Andrew, I was adjusting her.
Kevin.
Oh,
You
Andrew.
reversed Kevin.
My pussy didn't meow.
Yeah,
It did.
I
It
heard
did.
Oh, it did? Oh, I didn't.
I
Yeah.
heard it.
Dave Chappelle's
It's a quiet
trailer for that new special is great because it's narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Is it really?
Yeah, the trailer for it, yeah, it's great.
Nice.
Everyone should give it a gander. It's good. It's very
I'll
good.
check it out. Toey says I always enjoyed Chappelle's humor.
Indeed.
I liked his stand-up better than his skits. His skits, well, like a lot of skit comedy, it's hit or miss depending on your mood and their content of that given skit.
And it's usually of the time, so it doesn't always translate later.
Yeah, like Robin
It's
Williams.
I love Robin Williams.
But you know,
listen to it.
Yeah, the skits you gotta crank. You gotta crank them out. So
Yeah.
and when you do a stand-up, you have a little bit of time generally to kind of. It's only an hour and a half, only, or an hour. Oh my God. I'm always impressed. That's amazing. And then to go on stage and perform it, good for them.
Yeah, it's I was very surprised when I learned that stand-up comedy is actually memorizing a script, and then essentially you're acting it out like it's the first time you ever said any of this shit, and you're surprised by your own words.
John Mulaney. Love John Mulaney. I watched his one of his specials last night.
Been a lot of stand-up to balance out life lately.
You won't eat the Harry.
It always helps. And there's a pussy. There's Andrea's pussy. He just keeps passing through.
He does. He wants attention.
Oh. Okay, hold on a second. Andrea, would you be kind enough... I need the fan on in here, sweetie.
Oh yeah.
I am melting.
That's because I'm in here and I'm hot.
You are...
I'm melting.
I'm melting. Okay. That's going to help a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, we've lost Chris's picture. That's what I get for turning the fan on, huh? And there's Andrews. Let me reset the camera again here. Yeah, down to... Generally, I've found after 20 minutes of this fucking back and forth, it settles down and calms down and doesn't keep failing.
Right before we're done.
So anyhow, okay, so Trin says not
Can't
able to...
hear you.
Really?
Chris.
Oh,
Point and laugh. Jen has a question.
Well, anyway.
What?
Oh.
Talk to us, Chris.
hold on. I've got to reset the camera again. Trin, as for am I not able to use Amazon gift cards to give bits? You mean to purchase bits to throw? I don't know. I've never tried to purchase it with an Amazon gift card before. So let me reset the picture again because it fucked up again. Sorry guys, appreciate your patience. Let's get everybody back on screen. That way Chris could tell us what he was going to say before the mute button attacked him.
Baby shark.
Do 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 do.
Okay, Chris.
Baby shark doo
Do
doo
do
doo
do do.
Baby shark doo
Do
doo
do
doo.
do do.
What were you saying, Chris?
Now I don't remember.
You better make some shit up. We're all paying attention to you now.
No,
Now
I
I
got
don't wanna
nothing.
say.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Grandpa Shark, do 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 do. Grandpa Shark.
What? I don't remember what's going on.
I think the beard trim helps a lot too.
What, for Chris?
Mm-hmm.
He looks so grown up. Look at him.
He does.
I
He
just
looks
look
younger.
less wild man.
That would translate to more adultish. A neat and trim appearance. Go ahead,
Your good
Elizabeth.
looks, your looks. I mean, you look more handsome this way.
I
You
waxed my mustache for the first time in a year today to go to fair.
do. Oh. Let's see.
It's getting
Oh.
younger now. It really doesn't want to stay curled because I never curl it.
Fabulous.
Now you look a little
Oh, when I
silly.
do that, I just get a lot of looks.
I'm now just wondering if a woman could have a handlebar VJJ.
I was thinking of my armpits, but you know.
Probably a bit.
Trin, you tease. She says, damn, sorry guys, can't throw bits. I have $210 in Amazon gift cards, and I can't figure out how to use them with bits. I assume she's pointing at us as she mocks us with her Amazon trove. Here's what I'd recommend, Trin. Go buy yourself something nice. Don't worry about the
Yeah.
bits.
Yeah.
That's your birthday money. It's go.
Treat yourself.
That's right.
Treat yourself.
It's as for how to use Amazon cards here, yeah, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I've never tried to purchase it. Oh, look at Coxley. Don't pay attention to what Coxley just said. That doesn't start till tomorrow, but apparently I got him set up on a timer to talk about that shit. Well, I'll research it later.
You're not the only one. I was watching another streamer, and their bot went off about September, and they were like, no, not till tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother to fix it. But that is for tomorrow. We'll talk about that
Almost
tomorrow. Yeah. In other words, if you try to get the half price subscription today, it's not going to work. It's going to charge you regular. Tomorrow, tier 1 subs are half price. If purchased on a desktop app or a web browser. If you
Not
try
your
to do it on your phone app, they're going to charge you full price and charge you more than they do normally. Oh, Twitch, you silly bitch.
I need more yarn.
Okay. Trin says she used
I
to
went
be able-
in.
What?
I'm watching my bits go in the glass.
Oh.
Simple pleasures, simple mind.
You should. I'm glad you told us afterwards, because otherwise we would have all been like, "Oh, there's that 100 bits coming." Trin would like to know
I
why
love
Chris has
Oh,
a
sorry.
baby face, because that's his hobby. He collects them. He just doesn't show them on camera.
You
Or
know,
qu-
He's
when
baby
I groom
shark.
myself like a reasonable adult.
He
And
gets
this
a-
is not babyface. I need to shave all of this to go true babyface.
Mhm.
No, it's because he's baby shark. That's why he's baby face.
That could be it.
Baby face, do 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 do.
And to quote Elizabeth's quote from last week, these kindergartners aren't going to hold themselves down.
I missed that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
No.
That's awesome.
Don't worry, nobody else did.
By the way,
No one.
guys, Trin is the clip master, and that's clip with a P at the end. Just to be clear. Thank you, Chris. Chris,
Oh,
you're
my.
number one. You're my favorite right now. Oh, look, and we got some people got rewards.
Yeah, I was just reading that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you
I
got
don't
some
know how to share rewards. How do you do that?
if you cheer 200 bits or more, it will
Oh,
give three
there you
others
go.
in chats 2 emotes. Now, the more you share in one lump, the more people will get these emotes to a maximum of 20 or
So it's
25.
sharing the wealth.
I wish I'd known that 200 bits ago.
I explained it last week, but I don't expect you to listen to me. I mean,
Last week.
huh? That was a week ago. At our
Yeah,
age.
sometimes, we cut out and I don't get the whole sentence, I-
Okay, let's go
So
on
there
to
are
top.
35 of those emotes.
Mhm.
And I think I have like
Good trend.
28 of them.
Mm.
Hold on. Now I gotta scroll down.
You got to go to your emotes and look for the food fight ones.
Oh, I ain't got shit.
There's one of those.
I think she was combing the desert, guys.
I ain't found shit.
I mean, shit.
Oh, man,
Oh, I've
Andrew,
got
you just did a
23 of
line.
them,
These
I
white people are
lied.
killing it.
Andrea's got a poochie.
That is not a food fight dog.
No, but that's where the shit comes from.
Oh, that's true.
Who's peeing?
Excuse me. Sorry.
Don't forget to shake.
Wow.
Kavlon. Oh my god.
Well, he put some up there multiple times. Look at him. Just
Whatever.
he's
Yeah,
patting it.
because I tried to click on it once and my mouse double clicks on things. It's super fun.
I double click my mouse too, so yeah.
Well, no, I'm only hitting it once. The mouse is doing it on its own a second time. That's why I need a new mouse.
Andrea always hits it twice.
Well, I mean, yeah, you always got to double tap,
Really?
but
Yeah, Trin is the clip master. Andrea is the click master.
Yeah.
Can we get something else that sounds like a shortened version of clitoris for Elizabeth before we move on? No? Okay, let's just move on.
Sorry, I was actually making a clip of
Oh,
that.
were ya?
I think I missed it all, but I tried.
She was otherwise occupied. She wants to be the clip master. Okay, should we
Chris
move on?
wasn't the only one that had fun yesterday, so.
Oh. Did you want to talk about that a little bit? Did you already talk about that?
I think I already I talked about it with you guys a little bit.
She got wet in the pool.
I did get wet.
She did.
All right, I'll stop my clip. No, I went to a really fun party. It was for beer tasting, and the object of the party was to bring beer no one's ever had before. And everybody brought, a 6-pack or a couple growlers. And it all started off with the Romulan ale that a friend had gotten at the Star Trek Experience in Vegas. And then it just went all over the place. And you only got a little sip because there were a lot of people there. But it was really a fun, relaxed party where you got to sample things and try stuff you'd never heard of before. And then they had a hot dog bar with every topping you could imagine. It was a great time. Great time to be had. And I got to swim. Eee!
Did they have a pool?
No.
Or were you just like
Yeah.
in the tub?
I was in there.
you're just splashing in the hose out there.
Hey guys, I'm a mermaid!
I'd lift my leg and they'd reach in to get a beer out of the cooler.
Wait, you moved your leg and they reached in to get a beer?
No, I was in the
Was the
pool.
cooler.
Oh, I'm just curious how many bags of ice that can hold.
Yeah.
The cooler or me? Whoa.
Whatever they were reaching into to get a beer.
Why not both?
You're like, and that top part,
It was
you
fun.
could just
It
open
was
your
really
bottle
fun.
with it if you want.
That was also brought up. We were joking. I was joking with a friend about opening beers, and then
With the
he said,
clitoris?
women need a beer opener that can be in the middle of their bra where they could just open
Oh,
a
they
beer
have
there. And I
Oh,
said,
see, I thought you were going lower.
hang on. I said if I could open a beer with no bra, I'd be married. Oh, hello. Sorry.
I saw a video where a woman.
So it was a
did that.
great party. I highly recommend it. Educational, fun, relaxed, just a good time to be had.
Give me just a second. We're having another connectivity thing. I might reset the call. Up, Chris is coming back. Andrew, would you kindly just reset your camera real quick, please? Oh, Now we've lost 3 out of 4. Okay, let me just reset my
Did
whole
it
damn
not
call.
come
No. 1 second. I'll just fix this all. Everybody's got this puzzle book of Ed over here on their screen.
Turn my computer off.
Up to you. Okay, and Trin has clarified. I actually have seen a video on YouTube about them opening a beer with their boobs.
Yep, it's a thing.
Trin, have you seen the video of the woman squashing watermelons with her breasts?
I have seen that.
What?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's crazy.
It is the most disturbing thing you'll ever see.
Are you coming around the side then?
Like how?
Your mic breathing there, my friend.
It's incredibly violent. You'll see it and you'll go, oh! It's exactly what you fear.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And then all the
I'll
comments
look
are
it up.
guys
Oh.
talking about crushing their head. And you're like, oh yeah, that's fine. Real original there,
I'm
mister.
stuck.
Is there a Band-Aid there? Because I'm stuck on Band-Aid.
Band-Aid stuck
Oh.
on me.
I got a pussy on my lap. Who needs attention?
Yeah, I wish I
He's
did.
at her.
You need a hand, Andrew?
You will. You will. You had a rough
Okay.
day.
I'm just going to pass around. Now, let's talk about labor.
Don't do it.
Yeah, avoid
do
it. All
it.
forms. Every instance of the word. Dodge, dodge. So today's Labor Day, and I don't know if we've ever done a Labor Day show.
Not that I recall.
It's, do you want me to come push you around?
It just pushed me.
Yeah. Push it.
If you
Push
hold
it
your hands up in the
real
air,
good.
we'll move around.
That fell off, and then I don't know what else going on.
Get up on this.
Like manual
Ooh,
labor
baby,
or like
babe.
amen labor. Yeah, both, Trin. Both. Both can be painful and uncomfortable experiences that bring you an end result that you'll suffer for the rest of your life for.
Yeah.
Job or kid?
Yep.
You
Yeah.
should get money from a job.
Well, if you
You
sell the
give
kid at
money
the
to
right-
the kids.
That's right. That's what I was going to say. Totally wasn't going to go
Oh,
into.
sorry.
By the way, last week apparently my kid's school had a human trafficking conference. And I'm like, fuck, I
How
didn't
big
know they
was it?
had those. Yeah, I'm like, can I go pick up a few extras? I just imagine in that kind of instance, somebody going, where's the white women has a totally different connotation.
How much for the children?
We got a white sale going on. It's
That's funny.
What's going on, Otter?
that reminds me of a comedian talking about laundry and how racially sensitive he is. I don't know, but it's danger zone here. Basically, his one joke is like, I am very racially sensitive. I don't say anything. I don't use the N word. Even when I'm doing laundry, I don't do a load of blacks. I only do a load of darkies.
That's awful.
That is awful.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's
M&M's?
Andrew has M&Ms.
Ah.
Here, if you want to advertise them, you have to turn the bag around. There you go. Oh, it's got the Trump peanut butter hair. Right there. See, if it was an orange M&M, it'd be... So, Labor Day. Let's quickly scurry sideways back into that topic.
Yeah.
So, Labor Day was first celebrated, what, 1886, I think it was?
87.
87?
Sorry.
1987?
No, 1880. Yeah, I 1882 in New York City.
It's like a 7.
Get a
And-
rope.
New York City?
What's that, Ed?
Get a rope.
Get a rope.
10,000 citizen march for labor rights. Yet the whole concept of this day confuses me. According to Wikipedia, I know.
Well,
According to Wikipedia, we are a comedy show, guys. Please work with us.
There was this one episode.
Or hold it against us, you know.
It's true.
one time at band camp.
Elizabeth and I stayed on mute because we were laughing that things were being read right off the Wikipedia.
At least when I go to Wikipedia, I let people know it's Wikipedia, so you know the value of the information. So yeah, basically the day was invented to celebrate the worker. Doesn't this sound like bullshit?
It is bullshit.
I mean, not just because it's Wikipedia.
But it's good bullshit.
Well, I'm just talking about like Labor Day. They're like, hey, thanks for working. Let's keep retail stores open longer and work them harder today. Hey, just
But that's probably more of a modern thing than back in those days.
yeah.
You know?
But back during those days, we still had child labor and all kinds
Child
of
labor, and,
you know.
and yeah, so they gave everybody one day off a year.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
Only in New York.
Well, no, that's where the laborers marched, and it was first observed. Look, it's
They
Labor
didn't
Day.
give them a day off. Everybody marched. They just took the day off. Slackers.
I mean,
Princess.
Oregon was the first state to make it a public holiday.
Was it?
so.
What did you say, Elizabeth?
I thought it was for women bearing children, Labor Day.
Yeah.
To think.
We're still waiting to thank women for giving birth to people, or to smack them and tell them to quit doing that shit.
How dare they?
We've got enough of those things. Stop squeezing them out.
Well, they used to not even have weekends. I mean, when you had a job, you'd work every day.
Yeah.
It was
That was it.
Ford that started the 40-hour work week.
That is correct.
See, I know stuff.
I want to address Trin's problem here.
Trin, what's wrong, Trin?
She bought a 300 pack of Dum Dum Suckers because I'm a fucking idiot. She says, because this, I'm quoting her, I'm not just adding my own commentary about myself into her statement there. Because I'm a fucking idiot. I don't even like Dum Dum Suckers. I love Dum Dum Suckers. Mind you.
I love Dum Suckers.
Yeah.
It's like going to the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, a bag of 300 would last me years.
Maybe me a week.
But yeah, I just like it. It just,
The mystery flavors, which is what the ones in between the flavors, it's all mixed of whatever the fuck was before and after.
where they change over the machines and they go, squeeze that shit out into a sucker. Some asshole will buy it.
Yeah, instead of getting rid of it.
Yep.
Then there's a whole thing of trying to figure out, is that root beer or cream soda? If I look at the color, I can tell.
It's sugar. Sugar.
It's,
You used to be able to save the wrappers.
Save
and
them
send
for
them in
Halloween
stupid
and then
shit.
just give them to the kids.
Yeah.
it's only a month away.
Throw them at
Jeez.
them.
Oh.
Jeez, can you believe that? Jeez. Well, 2 months.
I know. Hey, in another 2 weeks, it looks like I will be dressing up in my lederhosen and talking about sausage hats while playing
Wait,
World of
what?
Warcraft.
Talking about what?
Let me go to it.
Sausage hands.
Suddenly he's a New York Jew. Oi, it's the sausage hats. We love these things. We got them at a bargain. We bought them from the dwarves. Or the Rokan, depending
You
what
sound
planet
like the
you're on.
anteater from that cartoon.
I know. Also, like your pilot guy from Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Remember I did the
Uh-huh.
whole Jackie voice for him?
That's funny. I bought I bought that mini cake. I ran into my friend whose store it was. And when I left the store, I was holding it like my baby. And I'm like, shh, don't make it cry. Don't talk too loud. And then I buckled him in my car. And
See, that's
He
the
asked,
kind of
he said,
labor I
"How's-
need to be on.
he said, how's the baby? I said, he's sleeping. And he says, has he cried yet? Like, have I opened it? I said, no. There's a bet, like how long I cannot open this beer. It's going.
Ed needs to say it.
Go ahead. Ed.
Yes, Victoria. Someone said sausage.
They just didn't say it the right way Andrea likes to hear it.
Sausage.
Sausage.
Yeah, it's a sausage. Yeah. And then we put it in a little pile and put it on our head, and it's a sausage hat. This is what I did. This is where I think Elizabeth, it was one of the first few times she experienced me playing World of Warcraft, was that day. She had been watching me do this for a week or two, and she actually stayed for most of that day because I was...
I am waiting. Oktoberfest.
Well, in this case...
I love Oktoberfest.
Well, in World of Warcraft, I get to wear my hats of sausage.
You do. You can wear that year-round, you know.
Whatever.
You can have Christmas sausage. If you want, I'll slip you some Valentine's sausage. It's just not groundhog.
Oh my.
Would you like to have some summer sausage?
Oh, yeah. Stop looking at me.
A little vino, what could be worst? Oh, but
Hey, look. She is
And hello,
giggling.
hello, Victoria.
Yes,
Nice to see you,
Victoria.
darling.
It is good to see
Hello.
you. So, guys, if you look next to the names, you'll see other Talk of the Tavern symbols depending how much they have cheered. So you can see that now next to them. Like next to Toei, she's got the 1K. Trin has the 1K. Victoria has the 1. What is Elizabeth looking at? I assume her
My pussy.
yeah, I was about to
Sausage.
say.
My big, fat, hairy pussy.
Yeah,
Here,
it's
I'll
the
show you.
sayings that like to devour her sausage when she has it.
He's right there.
He just gobbles it right down.
My pussy. He's had a rough day. He's an old guy. He's had a rough day. He's a good boy.
Geez, at this point in time, I really hope it is your cat as opposed to your vagina. My vagina's
No
a boy.
nipples.
I can see
No
its little
nipples.
penis. No nipples.
Hey, maybe he identifies as such.
Victoria says, I wish I could have the one.
You know your night's gonna suck when your vagina declares itself non-binary.
Damn it. Hold on, I'm resetting a screen, guys.
That broke the internet.
That's right. You broke the internet, Elizabeth. Good job. Be right back. Hold on. Don't say anything. I'll be right
Somebody
back.
should clip that.
That's right. Somebody could clip it and end it right before I have to reset the damn call.
Chris, you do look good trimmed out. It looks as good look on you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, your face too.
Dirty boy.
It's a little shorter than I prefer because apparently the lady at the barber shop, her medium length and my medium length are apparently two wildly different things.
Often the case between men and women.
What's the short length then?
Yeah.
I don't want to know if this is what, like, on the sides is medium because she left, my bangs long like I like. But, like, the rest of everything is, like, super short.
Well, Travis, it depends on the woman because some women, you have to say, this is 8 inches. And then other women, you have to say, this is only 8 inches.
That's right. Quit backing away. The further back you go, the bigger it looks. Just come closer. We'll hide part of it.
Oh my god.
I have a question, Chris. Where did you go? Where did you go get your haircut?
There's a little Korean barber shop
Towel?
around the corner from the theater that we usually send actors because
Yeah.
usually it's one of those places like, here is the picture of the haircut we want. Make it happen. And this lady was new, and I was like, all right, fine. And yeah, her medium length compared to where my hair was is not medium length.
You'll grow into it.
It'll be
be
there in a
alright.
week.
You're
It's
alright.
fine. Doesn't really matter.
She's saving you shampoo, that's all.
So, when was Labor Day a national holiday, Travis.
I don't care. Now, let me ask you this before we go into that, because that's really, yeah, whatever. Who here really just is a big Labor Day fan? Who's just like, fuck yeah, Labor Day,
let's
bitches?
Celebrate. I made cake.
That wasn't because it was Labor Day. It's because it
Oh.
was today.
Whatever.
It's the one day that I'm guaranteed to get to go to the Maryland Ren Fair. So, like, that's why I like Labor Day.
Unless you change
Because I have
jobs.
to work most of the rest of the time.
Okay. What about you, Elizabeth? You're a very patriotic person. Is Labor Day hold a lot of meaning near and dear to your heart?
Is she still there?
We put out the flag, and then we'll leave it up at night with the light on it, and we just, I do thank people for working. There's a lot of people working 24 hours a day that, you know, if I need something or if I need help or something, that our country keeps going. Small business, big business. And as I said to my brother on the phone yesterday, he was kind of bitching about having to go to work yesterday. I said, don't worry. Just remember, I'm a screenwriter. I'm always working. We don't get days off. I do. I enjoy it. It's nice to, you know, it's great to have a job, and it's good to have moments where we appreciate it.
See, and it's things like that we appreciate having Elizabeth around. Because the rest of us are like, fuck this shit. And she's like, no, I got some real stuff.
I'm like, it's just another day.
Elizabeth's all like, shut your whore mouth. I got reasons.
So I'd call you a liar, and I'd spit in your lying face.
Yeah. Which, if you do that in porn, it's a turn on for some folks, apparently.
And then
I just think
$20.
my life has always been happier, even those really dark moments when I just started appreciating the little things. And
Are we back
I don't
to
know if we need a
aliens?
federal holiday, but it's okay. I can work with this. I can work with this.
Your camera needs reset. You are frozen for us. So whatever you just held up, we have no idea how big each thing was.
I could see it. She did 8 inches or 8 inches.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, just careful.
It's
that kind of labor
true.
creates a different kind of labor.
Oh, that's not a good frozen picture of me.
You were smiling the whole time. It was okay.
You were very happy.
That's right. And maybe a little sleepy. And
He's snoring.
that's not me.
I
Just to
did.
be clear. That's Otter.
It's Otter.
You can pet him.
I want to know. I don't want to pet him.
Are you doing a video?
Maybe.
Should we hush?
I don't know.
We could pause the show so she can get the cat snoring.
Oh, I can hear him.
Oh, he's winding down.
Oh, I can see Chris all over the place. There he is.
How are you?
That's so cute.
So, what is the purpose of Labor Day? I mean, and obviously
Extra pay.
it's barbecue and time and a half.
Is it barbecue?
Well, grilling out. It's our. Oh, by the way, this is a sad day in the sense that it's the end of hot dog season, according to
What?
yeah,
that shit.
according to like the Sausage and Hot Dog Coalition of America.
There it is.
Yeah, it's I'm sorry, National Hot Dog and Sausage Council.
There's a council?
There's a council.
I'm sure.
How the hell do you get? No.
Damn it! Hold on, resetting the camera.
We need to send the Eskimo.
Mm-mm.
They were looking for drivers recently.
They were.
Who?
They were.
Sausage?
For the Oscar Mayer mobile.
Mm.
You had to be willing to work, like commit an entire year.
You get to travel everywhere,
Yes.
though.
Yeah. You had to ride inside a wiener, though.
Yeah, you do.
You'd be like, I rode the wiener all day long, bitches.
For a year.
Trend.
You know, that would almost be worth a T-shirt alone.
That's true. Does it come with a T-shirt? Because I came with a T-shirt once. Trend. No, that is not according to
on a
Wiki.
T-shirt, Travis. You came on a T-shirt.
On, in, around.
It comes with a
beside.
whistle.
Trend. No, this is according to Town and Country magazine. the Wiener Council. And Victoria says, I got time and a half. I had to work all weekend. My weekend is tomorrow. And then she also points out, for those who need to know, I could drive a wiener.
I'm sure you can.
And Trin says, I
Could
call it the
drive a
wiener
wiener
van.
wild.
Wait, you call it the wiener van? Wait, are you talking about the Wienermobile? You call it the wiener van, or you call like your vagina the wiener van? Pile him in!
My vagina's the pickle port.
I think she broke Frank.
Boneless, how are you? Good to see you.
What
Thank you
up,
for swinging by. What
Boneless?
is that?
You
He's
doing?
got a. What is that? Is that a lemon?
Mm.
Oh, it's a waving hand. I see. And we have 4 minutes till the top of the hour, and Chris is fading. Does anybody need a quick break to step to the other room and refill or release?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't forget to mute yourself before you get up, pretty please.
Damn lightweights.
This is why I drink bourbon. There's less to get rid of later, and it's all higher nutrition. I know, Trin. Doesn't mean you can't name it what you want. The Batmobile never batted, but it was still the Batmobile.
Oh, the
So-
wrong button.
If you need, I can. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate that. Here's to you.
You're here.
Now, here's what I want to let you guys know. We are doing a big push through the month of September, which Twitch is calling
Push it.
Subtemper, to make our way towards. I don't think we'll hit partner in 1 month, but we are attempting. And Ed, I'm going to reset the camera, so don't say anything for a second or two. We're really pushing to get partner. So that's what this month is going to focus on. We've got a new schedule where 4 to 8 every day except Sunday and Monday. So you guys coming and hanging out, it's really a big difference. You know what I need to hit partner? I need an average of 75 viewers. So at this point in time, I love the bits, I love the subs. Keep them up, but showing up 4 to 8 Eastern every day except Sunday and Monday, where we have different hours because we have the game and the show. So other than that, thank you guys for hanging out and being here on the Tavern. Victoria, we need you to come around so we make sure we don't get a new wave of people that don't respect the old ways. Trin, you are. Keep in mind, Trin, there's other people I talk to besides just you. I'm kidding. It's all about you, Trin. Look at that. Ed sharing the rewards, passing out the emotes with his 200 bits.
Cool.
Did you get some?
No.
No.
Oh, damn. I was
What?
trying.
It goes to random people.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not random.
Damn it.
So you gave them out, but just you didn't give it to her yet.
I'll try to give her some later.
The next time you whip out 200. Are we measuring in millimeters? What are we doing there? Sometimes this is 200, sometimes this is 200.
Yep.
Oh.
Gary, how are you? I see you lurking back there. Good to see you,
Gary.
man. And we're about to go into This Week in History. Got a lot. I can go a lot of ways. Just kidding. Trin says, really?
That's cute, Trent. That's cute.
Yeah, we know you did. We know you totally thought it was about you. We get it. But the truth is, it's all about me. Forgot to bring a power cord for laptop, so we'll see. Well, don't worry, Gary. When you get to 7%, you know it's good for another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's What do you think, Ed? Should we wait for them to get back to do This Week in History? Or
Yeah,
should we
we'll
just
wait for them.
We'll
Yeah,
wait for them.
we'll-
Okay. Approximately 45 minutes. You might make it to the end of the show, Gary.
He'll make it to the end. Yeah.
There's Chris. Welcome back, Chris.
Welcome back.
Oh, that's a good song. I like that song, Ed.
I totally forgot that I have had a box of Uncrustables in the freezer. Oh no, come back.
Oh, I remember those.
I think your blur background is messing with the whatever.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
Yeah. And Elizabeth is almost back. I don't.
Frost slightly before I can eat them.
Welcome back, Elizabeth.
Howdy.
Don't forget to unmute. Okay,
Trying.
let's get some intro music for this bit. Here we go, Ed.
Come on.
This week in history.
Okay, Ed, what happened this week in history, man?
This week in history, shit happened, y'all. I actually have some actual history today, at least
Oh,
one.
that's crazy
Uh,
talk.
Today is VJ Day, in other words, Victory in Japan. This day in 1945 marks Japan's unconditional surrender and the end of World War II. The ceremony took place on the USS Missouri, one of our country's great, old, no more existing battleships.
They're all gone, aren't they?
They are all
You
gone.
sank my battleship.
Actually, a lot of them were sunk. They're going, hey, what do we do with these fucking things? And they're like, how about we sink them as coral reefs? So let's take this
Yep.
thing made of metal that's going to corrode, that used to be full of oil and fuel, and sink it in the ocean and call it a good ecological decision.
Oh, I think
Actually,
I
we
got
spent millions of
one.
dollars cleaning out all the oil and gasoline and so forth and so on before sinking them as reefs.
Yeah, I'm mixed on it because it is things for it to grow on. I just can't imagine the metal corroding over time is going to be consistently a positive result. But I could be
It's
wrong. I've
iron.
not. It's what?
I mean, it's iron. It's found naturally in the earth. So.
It is, but not necessarily on the ocean floor. But I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it'll only well, it won't really corrode. It'll oxidize only to a certain state and then stay that way and essentially hold everything in. So it's kind of fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
to hear.
the rust seal is a sealant. It seals things.
You know what else is a sealant? Seals.
Andrea did get some food. She got Doritos
did.
and chips.
I got a hot dog cross. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, cat going through.
Instead of pepperoni,
Out.
would that be plusaroni?
Is it pepperoni?
It's supposed to. If you mouse over, the name is pep.
I can't do that on my phone. I think it's a hot dog cross.
They do look a little more wienerish than pepperoni.
It's a hot dog cross.
They look like wieners to me. Not that I've seen a lot of wieners, but they
David
look like
crossed
wieners
the
to me.
wieners.
I want that one.
Yeah,
Can I
you do.
buy that one? Yeah, I do.
I am trying so bad to come up with some kind of like wiener church joke now, and besides
The
the obvious.
holy salami. That's what I mean.
Andrea has Saint Wiener, says Victoria.
How
Yes.
can you buy those? Can you look them up? Where do I look them up?
It just
How do I do-
appeared.
So you did get
Princess.
something for my last money.
Trin says, should I be
Just-
worried if my arm feels like it's burning, yet I'm on my bed with nothing hot anywhere? Yes. Moving on. What else happened this week in history?
Ed gave me his wiener cross.
Okay. 80 years ago, the publishing company Timely Comics released Marvel Comics #1. And so the story begins.
Yay.
Of a lovely lady
Mm-hmm.
bringing up 3 comic books of her own.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Until one day this lady met a fella.
Oh, Trin is leaving. She's going to check to see why her arm is hot, I guess.
I wonder if it's on fire.
Or well, what's her hand doing?
Cortisone cream, baby. Cortisone cream.
It could just be a nerve releasing too, creating a warm spot. I mean, it depends what kind of burning it is. I just wasn't going to turn the whole show into a medical program. We've got This Week in History, damn it. This is important stuff. What do you gasp about over there?
I would say defeated Japan. Let's do it.
Yeah,
That's
even
okay,
before it
because
said BJ.
they got us with tape decks.
That's
BJ
true.
Day, Vagina Day.
Yeah.
And now we're allies.
It just took me a minute to get to that.
And I do love Japan for their sushi. Sushi.
Can you guys hear Andrea okay?
Kinda.
No.
Yeah.
If it's kind of, let me adjust the mic here.
Oh, it's because I'm talking too low. It just registered with me, Ed, that you said it's VJ Day. So is that Vagina Day? The fuck?
It's for JJ Day.
That's a reason to celebrate.
Yes.
Another sealant for JJ.
Yeah. It's just when VJJ Day turns into Labor Day,
Oh,
It's all connected.
suddenly you're not patriotic, instead you're patriarchal.
no.
Tested. Wait. Okay. Victoria says, I did get to have sushi at J Fest this weekend. What the fuck is a J
Is
Fest?
that pot?
My brother's name is
JJ.
J. Oh, it could be a J, like a joint fest.
I don't know. It's legal everywhere but here. I don't know what people do.
True.
Yeah, we
story.
do. Look at Chris eat.
He's eating a frozen peanut butter and jelly pie.
Yeah. Hey, those things are good.
Essentially.
I have never had one
What? I make them.
when I'm not around, apparently.
Yeah.
Andrea and I are supposed to get together and make some soap, aren't we, Andrea?
And other body products.
Lightweight.
Yes. We want to make them in other body parts because she has certain molds, and then I'm going to visit friends and just leave it in their bathroom.
Nice. Good night, Trin. We'll see you later this
Good
week.
night, Trin.
Japanese
Good night.
festival
Good night,
at Missouri
Trin.
Botanical Garden. Andrew and I are going to an Indian festival in Richmond later this month.
Dot, not feather.
Don't press it. That's not an elevator button.
Going down.
Is
Well.
that how it works? That's why Travis was escorted off the premises.
Well.
What's that, Elizabeth?
It's my water with a touch of bush.
Okay.
Can we just call it a wet bush from now
All
on?
right, she's talking about that with a touch of bush, and before we're talking about making penis soap. Wow. VJ Day.
Elizabeth just wrapped her lips around a little wet bush. And Chris is
It's
fading
good.
away.
It's
Chris-
my favorite kind of wet bush right there.
You know, the further you fade, the more we can actually see you touching your crotch. Or is that the plan?
That's bad.
Yeah.
She's
What?
going down.
What, Ed? Gary, thank you, man. Appreciate that. He's made it into the top 3.
Chris is disappearing.
Oh my goodness.
So, Ed, what else happened this week in history, sir?
Deaths. Valerie Harper. Us old
Yeah.
people will remember her
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Mary Tyler Moore and Rhoda.
Yeah, Rhoda. And yeah, sadly, Valerie was not in Harper Valley PTA, and you feel like she should have been just because of the name.
She was. She just didn't want anybody to know.
Maybe Valley Harper PTA was in her.
Yeah, it was.
You dirty boy.
What bush? Sausage mobile.
Sausage.
Yeah. So, did she do anything besides Rhoda and Mary Tyler Moore?
She probably did.
I really don't know. That's probably what she's most known for.
Oh,
so,
she's definitely
yeah.
what she's most known for. I just don't know if she's known for anything else. Which isn't to say she didn't do quite a bit. I am willing to bet she's got some theater under her belt, and
Oh, I'm
you know,
sure. Yeah.
no doubt some charity work here and there. It's. Do you think there's really a big difference? When I was growing up, people would say, well, movie stars now, in the 80s, aren't like the ones from before. You know, they're not quiet and private and reserved and dignified. And now I hear the same thing, you know, well, movie stars now, they're not like they were then, meaning in the 80s.
Yes.
You think there's a difference?
I think it's gotten
Yes.
progressively worse through the years.
Well,
Absolutely.
because of the press and the paparazzi and the internet.
Social media?
Yeah, so I mean, you're
Yep.
really, you know more. It's easier accessible.
Yeah. If I may, Elizabeth, Boneless, ironic his name right there, Boneless Big Heart says, body part soap would probably fit in and go unnoticed. at my place.
Wow.
Okay, Boneless, this is why
Okay.
I make friends with people.
Challenge accepted.
It's, you know what? It probably would go unnoticed till we paint him in realistic looks and leave him on the front porch for the police to find the next day.
I'm cheering that for you, Boneless. The friends I have in mind are real ladies, but they would die. They would get all embarrassed and then laugh. They'd love it.
You should put a gift tag on it that says, like, you know, to, and put your friend's name from Bobbit.
Wow.
Or your friends at Talk of the Tavern.
And Lorena. Damn it!
Lorena.
We lost Chris's camera. Hold on a second. I'll reset this. 1 second, guys. Hold on. I'm doing it. Oh, God. Here, we're going to touch that and click that. And that is so annoying.
Chris.
Everybody's back.
Oh, he didn't move. He's...
I mean, Chris is probably
like-
fucking muted, but, you know, he's here.
Well, yeah, I'm shoving food in my mouth.
No, I
I'm not
appreciate it.
rude.
I just wanted to say it before you did speak, forgetting you're muted.
He was looking out.
Is preemptive
Mhm.
mute pointing, minus the laughter. Those damn things, they just remind me, I love a good pot pie. And those look like UFO pot pies. I
Oh my
know.
god. I know that show. Where that line?
Is that the chicken machine fun show?
Chicken pot pie.
Yes. I'm sorry.
The tiny machine chicken show?
No, not.
I
not
cannot
the time.
remember the name of that show either. That's funny.
It
I
was
don't
like a
want to be
photography.
a
No,
pie.
it was.
I don't like gravy.
It was one of the shows from the '90s, I think.
That long ago.
Late '90s.
Way back then.
Late '90s, early 2000s. God, what's his name?
God, I was in elementary school.
SpongeBob?
Mm-mm.
Johnny Bravo?
Yeah.
It had the. Oh, let's look it up. Let's Google this shit.
I just remember the actor that did it. He was playing like he was like had some brain damage
Oh, you can't do that now.
because it was an accident. He didn't want to work,
Except on Talk of the Tavern.
so he kept playing it. And he sang the Chicken Pot Pie song. I thought I was the only one that did that. I used to sing that when I was little.
See, the song I can't sing anymore is Ding pies are done, ding pies are done, ding pies are done. Would you like an apple pie with that? Because that's offensive, and
I
don't
remember
do
when
that.
that came out.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Times were much simpler back then.
So is our humor. Ed, what else happened this week in history while Elizabeth looks that up?
Okay, stuff going on like right now.
Oh my.
Terminator Dark Fate dropped another trailer this week. I'm psyched. I'm stoked.
It looked
Oh,
good.
yeah?
I did watch the
jumping.
trailer.
What is it, Terminator?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Linda Hamilton with big guns. Oh hell yeah! I am stoked.
That and
I have to admit, the only reason why I want to see it is for Linda Hamilton.
she's really the redeeming feature, isn't she?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She gives it value and credence, which that in itself might be the right way to pass the baton, unlike what they did before. Because Schwarzenegger is not an important character role. He's a face in that movie. So he's not the one to hand off the baton. She was the driving storyline through the first two good movies.
Just shoot me.
That was David Spade.
Yeah.
Oh, was that the show?
Yeah.
I used to like Just Shoot Me.
Yeah. And on YouTube it shows that. I'm just so excited. Somebody else knew it.
That's it. That show's so funny.
Go ahead.
It was a pretty good show.
You're the first person to recognize that in years, and then most people just think I'm being my silly self. So,
Elizabeth, have you ever seen the Tiny Machine Chicken Shop show?
No.
What is it called?
Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show.
I have not.
Chris, have you? Chris,
What is this nonsense?
oh no, you should look it up. I think you in particular would
I
enjoy
will
it,
send the
Chris.
link. It's cute. It's like a show. You
I
know
mean,
what?
all of us would probably enjoy it, knowing our sense of humor. Sis.
All right, she's gonna link it to us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she'll
she's all
drop it in
excited.
Discord or whatever. You guys check it out later. It's worth a view. It is.
It's a little talk show. It's like us, only Japanese.
Something else I
that's
didn't
awesome.
realize.
Awesome.
Zach
Japanese.
Galifianakis actually had a public access show called Between Two Ferns.
Yeah.
And it was
public
Will Ferrell that found it and put it on YouTube to mock him and helped launch his career.
Yeah.
And now,
Nice.
from what I understand, he's actually doing a on-the-road show like this now.
Nice.
So there's that. It's
Cardi B was on his show.
now that's that new Vitamin, right?
No, that's that rapper female. And then I'm like, this is her song. And you're like, okay.
That's like CrossFit, but with aerobics mixed in, right?
Yes.
Cardi B.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this plane back to the airport. Okay, so Terminators, they kind of lost me like the third and the fourth one, but I caught one on TV recently, and it's the one they advertised. It was a couple years ago, and there was a
Genesis.
school bus flipping on the bridge, and anyway, it had an interesting take, and
Yeah.
it wasn't atrocious. I mean, it was pretty decent.
You're talking about
And-
Genesis, the one where they have the younger and older Schwarzenegger in the same movie?
I think he was younger because he saves her in the 70s.
Right.
And she ends up growing up with him, and she
Right.
calls him Pop,
Right.
the Terminator. It was kind of fun. I mean, the actress they got to play Linda Hamilton was just, out of her element. She did not take the role seriously like Linda Hamilton did, so, But the writing was kind of interesting, and I had to admit, I enjoyed it. I saw it on TV. So this one,
the
I'm
with the
curious.
chick from Game of Thrones. Amelia, whatever the fucker. Clark
Is that
or
who
whatever.
she is?
Yeah.
Was she
Right.
Dracarys or?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that
Okay.
explains everything. Okay, yeah.
Well,
but-
yeah, Genesis wasn't bad. It was much better than part 3 and 4, which I can't even tell you which one is which or what actors were in it. It just, ugh. Ugh.
I just know if I like it or not. I can't tell you anything else. Oh, I put the link for episode 1 in Discord and in the chat. So
Episode 1 of what?
gorgeous tiny chicken machine show.
I'm so on it.
Gotta love Japanese game shows. They
I
just
love it.
This is not a
strangest.
Japanese game
It's a
show.
talk show.
It's more like a YouTube show with an adorable Japanese
It's Kiko. That's a me.
Mario.
I love the Terminator movies because, okay, the first one, they're like zombies. Like the first one, he just never stopped coming, the Terminator. It was just amazing.
Like porn.
In the second one, it was just about all these amazing weaponry, guns and guns, and the guns got bigger and bolder. And it was just stuff you don't get to see, so it was unreal. And then they kind of lost their way, and I'm hoping they get back to the guns and guns and guns.
Well,
Bigger
this is
guns.
what this next one is supposed to do. It's basically supposed to wipe out from part 3 forward
Yeah. 3,
and
4.
reset it. This is how you should
So
do
when
a
does
fucking reboot, people.
When does that happen?
This fall?
Ed, when does it come out?
Yeah.
October, I think. I want to
This
say
year?
October.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. Yeah.
That's awesome because John Wick 3 comes out this next week.
On Blu-ray.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Blu-ray. Yeah.
I
Now,
know.
let me ask you, are we all old enough that most of the time we don't actually call it Blu-ray, we still call it DVD even though we're buying it on Blu-ray?
I do that quite a bit. Yeah.
I call it VHS.
Andrea's like, I can't wait to get my laser disc.
I'll have to start
I
doing
have.
that.
Not only do I have a laser disc player, player. Something not defined. Okay, I have a laser disc player, but it's also a writer. So, and I have a few blank laser discs if we ever are so inclined.
John
be-
says, I call it stone tablets.
Yeah, you do.
I call it Netflix. I stopped buying. I stopped buying.
I still have an issue with buying a digital version of something and not owning a disc, and I don't know if I'll ever get over that.
Same here. I can't get beyond that. I just
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I'm waiting till I get into the Writers Guild and I get enough credits where they just send them to me for free.
There you go.
See, and I'm waiting to hit partner so I have enough oomph with my viewership that reviewing this shit means something and they send it to me for free.
There you go.
And then I'll
We all
just
have
share it
to.
around.
I've been looking
Yeah, I'll be like,
into getting a
sponsorship?
DVD rip program so I can take my entire library and make it digital.
Ooh.
See, I've done that with anybody need some CDs? John, you need some CDs? I have all these CDs that I'm about to just give to a
It's like-
library.
Old people shit.
Okay, you know what?
I
Okay.
like Barry Manilow and all, but come on.
Yeah, you got a lot of Eagles and Pink Floyd in there. You know, there's not much Cardi B because I don't do a lot of exercise routines. Actually, I genuinely just learned who Cardi B was like 2 weeks ago
Even though you hear it on my playlist all the time.
because
It's okay.
we have an Echo Dot and you can ask for a joke, and it has Jimmy Kimmel this month or last month delivering the jokes, and he says, "Do you know who the most popular bee is?" You know what the most popular bee is, and the answer is Cardi B. And he told this joke when I asked her a joke that morning, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is Cardi B?" Apparently, it's not that popular. Whoever this is. So I went to. Are you googling Cardi B right now, Ed?
No.
Okay. Do you know
I
who
am.
Cardi B is?
I mean, she does have one of the greatest memes out.
Does she?
Great
Yeah, it's like, what is it? It's she was at a basketball game, like dancing along, and apparently you can put any music to it, and it does her dancing. Let me
Isn't that
find it.
Beyonce?
Hey, Chris, can you take that video, please, and put the Talk of the Tavern theme to it?
There you go.
Probably.
Travis,
Yes.
who is that group or that one song? I can't remember how it goes, but it just goes, pussy.
Oh, there's Iggy
No, that's
Azalea.
Who is it?
Iggy Azalea.
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
got
if you want to spell pussy, it's
Pussy.
spelled $PU$$Y.
Yeah.
That's
There is
the
another
one.
pussy song I play a lot. It's Lords of Acid.
Then there's Cookie.
Cookie.
Like to eat the middle like an Oreo cookie.
Yeah.
I just heard you when I was over there. I was writing on your front porch, and you're out doing yard work, and your music's pretty loud, and you're out in the yard. And I just hear that song, and I'm
Pussy.
dying. I'm just.
Pussy.
What's that?
Here's middle-aged white guy on his riding mower.
I mean, you're in the country, and these big rednecks right next to you, and he's pussy. Pussy.
You gotta be careful. Those big rednecks, they're not a big fan of pussy. Ed, what else
Oh, I want to
happened?
play this song in my car.
It's a good song. And look up Cookie also, and that's by...
It's the Magic Mike soundtrack.
Cookie
know
is
who
good
it's
enough for
by.
me. C is for Cookie, good enough for me.
Yeah, that's a great song right there.
That's a good song too, John. Don't get me wrong. there. Oh, I used to use that program all the time, Chris.
Oh, the one I
what?
just put
Oh,
in there?
Ed, put that up. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty
It
good
works.
program, and of all things, I had a bootleg copy of the program that bootlegs other things. And you couldn't get an update, otherwise it would try to register that shit and fuck your shit up. I mean, I have never used it to actually copy a DVD. That would be wrong.
That's wrong. Yes.
That's right. Pussy
Not if you're
control.
doing it for educational purposes.
Actually, you're allowed to do it to back up your own personal
That's
copies
right.
that you have paid for, and that is the only time I have ever done it. I just happened to lose all the originals in a horrible accident, a horrible DVD accident.
This isn't the one I was thinking of, but that's okay.
Which one?
I don't think I have to watch it off air. So
Pussy.
I don't think.
Iggy
Yeah,
What'd you
it's the
post
one
it?
where I mean, it's literally the only word of the song, "pussy,"
Oh no, it's
No,
got
there's
a.
other words.
and it's a male voice. It's a
Yeah.
male voice.
It is.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll leave it and I'll watch it later.
The video's
By
different
myself.
than the song
I
that
thought
I
you were
have
talking
because I
about
have
blow
the
fly or
CD.
something there for a while.
What?
Lo-fi?
Lo-fi. That's
He's giggle.
Oh, is that Cardi B?
yeah. It's her dancing, and basically you can put it to any song. Her boobie's about to jump out at me.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think that's part of being popular.
That is
Having a
funny.
boobie? Man, I need to get popular. I can
Jump
have some
out
tits.
jump out at you.
Oh.
I mean, that's how I got to be
must
known in
really
kindergarten.
popular. Holy hell.
You're popular with me. Pop them out.
Can you imagine a PTA meeting? Oh my god.
I swear I can see some nipple. I am just going to make that bigger.
Yeah. I'm sure you are.
Cardi
She
B.
reminds me of a Simpsons character. Doesn't she look like something like straight off The Simpsons?
It's because of her
Who's
hair.
the
She
guy
has
next to her?
very
He-
large. Wow.
What?
Wow.
We gotta stop watching.
If I had a student bring me a drawing of a woman and her breasts look like that, I'd say those don't look natural. You can't draw.
Back to the drawing table with you.
Hers may be
Good
natural.
one,
She had a
good
baby
for
not
her.
long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love the tie-dye clothes.
Tie-dye?
Oh yeah, I see.
Weird.
Yeah, she's got a tie-dye dress on. It's pretty cool, man.
Who?
You know, that's one thing
Oh, I think
about
she's
making a
watching
lot of
something
money is
different.
you can have some really cool fabrics made for you.
I
That's
think
that's
she's
kind of
watching
neat.
Pussy. We're watching
Are
Cardi
you
B.
watching Pussy?
I am not watching Pussy. I'm watching. I'm looking for the meme of Cardi B.
Oh, it's right there in chat. Chris posted it.
Oh, did you? Okay.
If you can't see chat, maybe he can repost it over to Discord for us. For you. For us.
Okay.
It is in both places, Discord and in chat.
Excellent. Thank you, Chris. You the man. Oh my God, look who is here. We are going to raise a glass to
Oh.
Richie, my personal hero,
Hey.
who will not make out with me in public or in private. And Chris, really, you're going to fall off right now. Hold on while I'm gonna reset my camera because we're losing. Everybody is just
This had cake
overwhelmed by Richie showing up. Richie, how was your stream, man? And I know any second you're going to bail because that's what we do. We're always so fucking busy. Oh, look at Victoria throwing that. No one assume.
Yeah, she is.
Throw your bits, darling. Throw your bits.
That's
You have
right.
the best bits.
Spring fan, good to see you again. How are you? I know you gotta go, Richie. You always go. I do the same thing. It's once I'm
We're
done,
still
I
gonna
gotta
talk
run.
about you.
We are gonna talk about him. Look at that cheer 100 thing right next to him in the Talk of the Tavern
Woohoo!
symbol that he fucking made.
Yeah,
A lot
you
of my graphics, the picture frames you see around me, he did.
Didn't
And
you do the back?
hey, Richie, throw up an exclamation point me. Exclamation. Oh, look at some more bits. Oh, my heart. And he shared some emotes with you guys.
Yay!
Which, by the way, guys, if you like my content, check out Richie's, especially his trivia. He does a lot of Fortnite, but check out the trivia too if you don't want to watch Fortnite. Thank you, Richie. There's his channel right there. Go follow him. He's a little cleaner than I am. A little less sweary, a little less son of a bitchy. But yeah, good guy, entertaining, knows his stuff, and really, genuinely a decent human being. So he's got that going against him.
Was he painting the other night when we went over?
No, that was
that was him.
Kit Slam. Richie, you have a good one. Go get that kid. Hopefully it's yours. If not, hopefully you get the money you're asking for. Here's
It
to you,
is
man.
Labor Day.
I cheered
20 bucks
for
is 20
Richie.
bucks.
There you go.
That's right. 10 bits is 10 bits.
God, I really, after looking around, I kind of really feel bad for Cardi B. I mean, all this success, and she still can't afford a bra. I mean, it's just tragic.
All right, let's hear
We
it for Cardi B.
We should do a fundraiser for her or something.
Who else came over with Richie? We got Spring fans. Did I miss somebody else? Gray Cat, did you come with him? Carol, you there? Are you hanging out? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. If you are, I'm always
on,
happy
Carol.
to see you too. Carol runs a couple different cons that are pretty freaking awesome. Mostly because, I'll tell you the truth about cons for anybody that doesn't know. The personality of the con is a shadow of the con head. Well, that sounds like blowjob in prison.
Yeah, it does.
Sounds like some sacred salami coming into play.
Andrea just put up some sacred salami.
Yes, it is.
What time
Yes,
is
she
there?
did.
Yeah. Anyhow, Ed, what else happened this week in history, my friend?
New Matrix is about to drop real soon.
What?
A new Matrix.
What is this, like 4?
I hope you fucking research this shit a little better than normal.
It is 4.
Give me some info.
They've just one of the Wachowskis, Lena, I think it is. I keep wanting to say brothers. Sorry. Keanu Reeves is going to be in it.
Is he?
Trinity is going to be in it. Still no word on whether or not Morpheus will be in it,
So-
but it is Matrix 4. It's not a reboot or any bullshit like that.
So
It
is
is
it
Matrix 4.
going back in between the other movies, or is
No,
it
it's
going
it's
forward?
supposed to be going forward.
And is
That's
it
cool.
So does it take place then after the MMO storyline that was still perfectly set in the universe that happened after the third one?
Yeah, and now we're in the deep end and Ed's gone underwater.
Okay,
I
I don't know
have-
anything about the fucking MMO storyline. I just know the 3 movies.
No, it was also a comic book series originally.
Yeah.
Is it still following the comic book line?
They haven't said.
Okay. Okay,
The
so
script
it's
is
just
done, and supposed to start filming next spring.
well, I tell you what, I enjoyed the hell out of the 3 movies. There were flaws, don't get me wrong, I can bitch a little. But all in all, I love the concept. I love the fight scenes. My biggest
Except for the one.
it got terribly bad CG for that one.
But it
With
was like too long.
200, yeah, it was fight porn, is what I've told people.
Yeah, that's the only complaint I really have
Wait,
about
which
it.
one?
The one with all the Smiths on the playground.
Yeah.
But if you
Yes.
took part 2 and part 3 and shook them up and re-edited, because part 2 was fight heavy, part 3 was plot heavy. If you took them and you re-edited it, so you got a little more fight in 3 and a little more plot in 2, it would have been a much better balance. And that's about my only complaint. This is one of those movies, Keanu fit the fucking role, and he's
Yeah.
shown in it.
He also fit the role in Keanu.
He did. Hug life, yo.
I love that movie.
You guys haven't seen the Key and Peele movie of Keanu. Adorable and has pot references. There you go.
A new Matrix? Allow me to retort. Nope. Not getting any more of my money. The
Okay.
first one was a masterpiece. Utter brilliance. And yes, there were a couple fight scenes, but you had to sit through so much just ugh. Nope, let me know how it is. I'm not going to.
Okay.
If it's on Netflix, maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
most movies I see, there's very few movies. What makes you guys go, I'm going to pay $8 to $15 to go see a movie in a theater? What is the driving point that makes that happen for
Will Ferrell.
you? Okay.
Marvel or Star Wars. Other than that, I don't go see any of them in the theater.
Size, like having the experience of seeing a movie that is that big, like Star Wars. Like I will only really now see Star Wars because they're meant to be seen
On the
in
big
that
screen. Mhm.
big of a movie. Like
Right.
you know,
If I can interrupt before Elizabeth throws her 2 cents in, Ed, I would say True Grit is worth seeing on the big screen.
Oh yeah.
I saw the
The
remake.
original?
Well, either one. The ones with these huge Dances with Wolves would be worth seeing on the big screen just because of the panoramic landscape
Okay.
views.
Yeah, but yeah, those back in the day. But
Right.
these days, nah.
Okay, Elizabeth, what about you? What drives you to a theater?
I agree with Chris, size or just experience. And then there's usually something in the trailer that gets me whirling in terms of story. And
Okay.
the only thing that popped into my head was the Sixth Sense trailer.
No?
When you hear the discussion, and it's actually in the third act when he's talking to his mother and he says, I see dead people, and she doesn't believe him. And he says, that there was an accident up there. And that's why there's a big car jam. And she says, you can see that? And he says, yeah, I can see her. And she says, how can you see that? And he says, she's standing outside my window. So he's seeing something the mother doesn't. In that
Right.
moment, I thought, oh my God, I got to go see this movie.
You
I
know
love
what?
those moments.
Another movie that came out the same time. By the way, Victoria says Tom Hiddleston will bring her to a theater because nothing better
It's
than
not
a
such a bad.
25-foot Tom Loki.
Size.
Which, by the way, he's getting his own television series,
Sure.
Loki.
On Disney Plus.
And
Yeah.
I'm looking. I tell you what, I really want to see what level quality of story they put out. I'm sure their effects will be pristine or close enough. I want to
It's
see the
only
fucking
like
story.
6 episodes.
I don't
though.
care. I'd rather have a 6-episode of quality than 24 episodes of crap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which one is this again? I'm sorry, I faded out.
Loki.
Oh, Loki.
Tom
Oh,
Hiddleston.
I haven't seen or heard anything about it. So
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Now, what about you, Andrea? What drives you to a theater besides Will Ferrell?
The car.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Just
Okay.
depends. I mean, there's certain movies I want to see out there because.
A lot of times when I see a movie in a theater, it's because I want to go out and do something.
Mm.
Honestly, that's a lot of the movies I see. It's because I just want to get out of the house, pay money, and
Yeah.
have a treat.
I do prefer the drive-in.
Yeah. But,
Like,
go ahead, Chris.
I don't know that I really want to pay for it, but the next like Avatar movie
I think that's going to be
I
worth
will
seeing.
probably see in the movie theater because the first one was so
Right.
visually stunning,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I don't know that I would have said that like if I just watched it on a TV
Right.
in the living room, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's.
But I
No,
don't know that
listeners,
I'm
before you
really
say we know
interested
the story
in
was
seeing
basic
it, but
and-
like you know.
I really like seeing horror movies in theaters
Oh, that makes
because
sense.
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's a little more risky, you know, and
Yeah.
I really,
Well-
I really enjoy getting involved in a movie. I really love the magic of movies. I get very excited at them. And when it's something horror or something like you care about the characters. And you know what, I gotta say this since I have, since I have the floor. You
She
know
got her
what
talking stick there.
really grinds my gears? I got my pencil up now. I'm pissed. They took all my Star Wars heroes and killed them off one by one, and that's fucked up. And I hated that. And I hated the fact that Han Solo and Princess Leia weren't in a happy marriage, and it was all messed up, and they had these messed up kids because nowadays our world is so screwed up. You can't even have happy movies, and that just pisses me off. It still pisses me off. Not enough to where I'm going to go kill people, but enough to where this is what's wrong when you let your own bitterness creep into your art. And that's bullshit. I hated that. So.
Well, that's why horror movies are good, because you know shit's gonna happen.
Because they're not bitter.
Well, see, I like
mean-
horror movies in the
Go
theater
ahead.
because of other people's reactions.
And I need to read Victoria's comment here in a moment.
Okay.
Victoria says period pieces, which would give you that
Oh.
Like
large.
minstrel.
Bloody hell. Looking forward to Downton Abbey and Marvel. I myself, superhero movies of Star Wars. If Star Trek was actually putting any more out, those might be. Yeah, basically something
I
where
like Star Trek ones in the movie
a
theater.
40-foot screen makes a difference over, well, in my house, a 40-inch screen as opposed to some other people who have screens bigger than Ed's penis, corner to corner.
Really? Damn, that's
I know,
impressive.
I know.
I know, right? It's like theater. What?
His penis? 3D.
Cinemascope, baby. Cinemascope.
It's only 1D, but it's in 3D. Ed is cheering for his own penis.
Yeah, you are.
Let's throw a thank up because I got a little something something from Ed here.
I got the spag balls.
I got the
Oh,
Let's
tomato.
bang 'em out!
My phone's cut off. I didn't get shit.
You might have. Well, maybe. I don't
My
know.
phone cut off.
I don't know. Where were we? What were Matrix? What drives you to a theater? Did everybody get a chance to answer what sends them? Gary, John, did you want to chime in on this? Spring fans, a little opinion on what makes you go to a
Oh,
theater?
one more thing.
pay money?
I'll also go see a movie in the theater if, you can tell they just really wanted it. Like, you can just see like there's chemistry and everybody pulled their part. And sometimes maybe not the biggest budget. I'll go and pay money in a theater just to help them out. I just really love film that has a good sense of humor too. So.
Okay.
You know,
And
that'll
that
get me there.
defines why you subscribe to Talk of the Tavern also.
Absolutely. Got to help us get there.
Because we really want it, and we go in for the comedy.
Oh, yes. My phone died.
Hey,
So I'm trying to read everything.
Joel, how are you? Tuning in at
Skipper.
work. You just hold that phone up to all the people in the beds. We are either going to make their night or end their night. One of the two.
Hmm.
Pussy. Ed, what else
Pussy.
happened this week? What else happened this week
Pussy.
in history?
all right. Last but not least, Snoop Dogg sets the world record for the largest gin and juice at 132 gallons. It contained 180 bottles of gin, 154 bottles of apricot brandy, and 38 jugs of orange juice. It also included a straw and a pink umbrella, and they
Wait.
got laid back.
How big was that umbrella?
Okay, you know what? We're asking about the umbrella, not your penis. Well, we all know only the umbrella is pink in that conversation. What brand gin? And who the hell puts brandy in a gin and juice? Is that normal?
You asking me just because I'm a black man?
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I was totally fucking turning racist on that. We got a white sale over here in my son's white trafficking.
What was it? You said apricot brandy?
Yeah.
Apricot
Because
brandy,
it
yeah.
makes it taste.
It wasn't because you're a black man, it's because you're an alcoholic. That's
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying.
It changes the taste a little bit.
Well, make
birds
sure
of a feather.
Make sure you really box in our discrimination into the right box, motherfucker.
But seriously though, the only thing I know about gin and juice is the fucking song.
I thought it was
No,
gin
I would have no idea.
and juice. Does anybody here like gin and juice?
Gin.
Do you put
God.
apricot?
If you just put gin and juice, well, maybe I didn't like it because I'm allergic.
It could be.
So, but it's not.
See, for me, gin and juice is called gin and tonic with a squeeze of lemon or lime.
No, it's
Preferably
orange juice. It's kind of like
No.
a mimosa.
Not for me.
Well, not for you. Whatever.
It's my British roots kicking in. I don't actually know if I have British roots. I have no idea. I need to go find
Google
out.
Not
says
British roots, you
London
need to
Dry
cook your
style
nails.
gin.
Okay, Chris Googled it. London Dry Style. So no brand.
No, I mean this is just the general like Wikipedia gin and juice cocktail.
So
Okay.
dry gin.
Here's what I need to know. Did Snoop Dogg start his own gin company and use this as a promotional stunt? And if the answer is no, why the fuck not?
The article did not say.
He needs to. That's the kind of shit you open
See, I
up a
can't
goddamn
Google
gin
my-
for.
Oh, God.
They were doing some performance somewhere, and he decided while he was on stage to
Why does
make
that
the
know?
world's largest gin and juice.
Did he
So,
swim in it?
No.
Don't pee in the gin and juice.
It didn't even say whether or not they drank it.
Oh, man.
That would be a huge
How big
fucking
was that
waste.
straw?
Was it a regular straw, just like a little?
No, it was
10-inch
about
straw.
the size of my penis.
It was the size of a sewer pipe.
It was a
My
garden
penis.
hose.
Oh, man. Gin and grapefruit juice? Ugh.
I
That's
like.
like heartburn.
I like grapefruit juice, so
But not with gin.
I don't know about with gin. I just like grapefruit juice. My mother was.
Wow, that is a giant fucking parasol.
Did you find it? Post it up, Chris.
My mother,
Oh,
a raging alcoholic in her own right, would do. She taught me that
Comes
with
with a video.
the screwdriver, orange juice and vodka was what she would normally drink. But if you mixed the vodka with grapefruit juice, you could barely taste the vodka. So you can make your drink stronger to get drunk quicker. I come from Irish roots, so
Oh wow.
it's not all that big. That's kind of
neat.
cool.
That's neat.
That is a big
That's
glass.
kind of cool, though.
You could suck up that straw. No way that pressure.
Well, if you try, you know.
Hey, Ed, to clarify, she's talking about this article, not your personal life.
oh, okay. Sorry.
That's funny, though. That'd be great in a concert. Are you kidding me? Everyone's screaming their heads off. Ah! Oh, there's an olive on this straw.
I just want to know where the fuck he got the
Or
glass.
lime.
Did he
Oh, I'm
swing
sorry,
by
what?
Walmart to get the glass before? Oh, that is a horrible color. That is like mustard yellow, motherfucker.
Ew.
And who's the tattooed white
That's
guy
a-
in the camo pants? Why is that?
Is
Snoop
that
Dogg?
Flea? No.
That's
Well,
Snoop Dogg.
Tom
They-
Scheinfeld?
They had to put him in there, I'm sure, to represent white people.
No, actually, if you look, like everybody around him is white. He is like the token black on his own stage. The fuck?
Is that Snoop Dogg?
Underneath it, a Miami bar breaks his record with some kind of drink.
I'm sure it wouldn't take.
Top Chef season 6 winner.
Okay, now that makes sense. Camo pants, really though? Come on, don't do
Can't
that.
see him. What?
Shannon, that sounds like
I
a
don't
rough
like gin
drink.
nearly enough.
John, you have a good
I've
night.
had.
Drive safe.
Sorry, John.
Good night, John.
Hey,
But see, you
John.
got to remember, black people from the hood think Cavassier tastes good too. So
Yeah. Oh no, that does not.
Oh.
I've had
Yeah.
some gin and tonics that were pretty good.
Yeah.
They were, and it changed my mind about gin. But normally gin, I'm slightly allergic to it. So juniper berries.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
is
me
Andrew.
too. Found that out.
And there you go.
This is why when I tell people if you're going to make a dry martini, you need a different gin than what you use for a good gin and tonic. Because gins have a wide variety of flavors.
Yeah.
Camel pants.
Camel pants.
There's 2 lumps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just hopefully it's not one in the front, one in the back.
Oh,
Ah!
whatever.
Ugh.
Yeah. Don't put the potato in the bag.
Careful, it spits.
Oh no.
It's
Ooh, yeah.
So we got 15 minutes left. Let's move away from This Week in History since we now finished that. Let's move back to Labor Day. So the last 10 minutes to show before the closing will be us sitting here staring at each other.
I think that we have more to talk about with the gin and juice.
We do. We
Here's
definitely
what
got
I can't believe. This is the shortest This Week in History I've ever had, and it still took us 50 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
We can talk about some shit, can't we? I tell you what, if we got a top 10 list of any given topic and did not announce it was a top 10 list, we would fill 2 hours.
Yeah, we would.
All right, here we go. This is relevant. Okay. Labor Day parade with New Jersey governor canceled after destructive devices were found near route.
Oh, jeez.
Thomas Kaiser, 55, was arrested and charged with possession of a destructive device for an unlawful purpose, authorities said. So the entire parade, the event was scheduled to begin at 10 a.m. with the governor and his wife. They were going to march in it. And there was supposed to be a fireworks show and a 5K race. All of it was canceled because of some dick. That's how the news needs to be read. And then they share the picture. And this is that dick.
I can't disagree with you. I think that would bring viewers. Victoria asked, favorite food on Labor Day?
Ooh.
Same food I eat every day, Pinky.
Sausage.
Sausage.
Actually,
Ooh,
I
time
did
and a
make
half
sausage
paid
gravy.
today for Lady Skipper.
I got double time and a half today.
Oh, good job, Andrea.
Oh.
And a 16-hour shift.
Such a fuck.
You win, Jewel. Well done. Time and a half pay for a 16-hour shift. See, and that's why I want to be a prostitute also.
No Labor Day specials.
I have told Jewel if she shows up for the threesome that she needs to wear her dinosaur Crocs.
Yes.
And a dinosaur onesie.
Yes. Onesies are
And a
on sale
lot of
again.
lubricant.
Well, reptiles are a bit dry, so yeah.
When we go
Oh,
camping, I'm gonna bring my onesie.
Oh, if you bring your beaver, I'll bring my cock.
Yes, you will. I'm gonna run around in the woods.
As a beaver?
Sounds like a record album cover, right? In the making.
We could get a video of Ed chasing my beaver through the woods.
Don't make Ed
I
run.
don't know. He might fall and break another leg.
that ain't happening.
As long as it ain't a hip, he ain't that old yet. Let's just pretend and go with that.
I could impersonate the angry lesbian. Jason.
I want that pussy! With the beaver.
Travis, you say that. But you know you're getting old when you go to the hospital and you find out you've broken your leg in two places, and the first thought on your mind is, I'm glad it wasn't a hip.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because I
probably
broke it.
true. That's probably true,
Andrea has
man.
broken her hip.
Shit.
I broke my hip. That's not fun.
Yeah, it's
You know,
karate practice. She
You know
missed the
you're
break.
getting old when you hear your friend broke his leg and you think, man, I got to get health insurance.
I wonder what it's like to have health insurance. How's that feel? Somebody tell me.
I can't tell you that.
Nice.
It's
Fuck you.
fabulous.
God damn it.
Health, vision, and dental.
Apparently. Oh, see,
Someday.
Victoria chimes in with a worthwhile comment right there. Glad it wasn't the third leg.
Me too.
So is everybody else.
See, even with 2 broken legs and 2 broken arms, at least Ed still could tip his hat to an attractive lady.
Smart ass.
So the raccoon jokes have slowed down, right, Ed?
Yeah, they've slowed down.
I know I popped one up
so
last
unfair.
week.
It's so mean.
I didn't even.
Raccoon onesie.
Some have noticed that follow me on Facebook. I usually post my doctor's visit. I didn't even post my last doctor visit, but it's off. I'm going to physical torture now.
Oh.
Just wait to go back to work. They won't let me go back to work until I can be cleared for full work. They won't let me go back on light duty.
So, Ed,
Yeah,
Did you say white duty?
no, I stay on light duty all the time.
Yeah,
He
you
does.
do. Yeah, you do.
So, Ed, if we got you a raccoon onesie, would you wear that with us?
No, I'd shoot your ass if you come at me with a raccoon onesie.
We skinned it for you, Ed. No, actually, I think just joke-wise, giving a black man a raccoon, anything, is probably a bad move.
Oh no, that would make a good video for YouTube. Look what these racist motherfuckers did.
What have you heard that?
I'll film it.
Then I'll walk by in my cock outfit doing the neck thing.
Have you heard the bit that Fluffy did about the racist gift basket?
Yeah.
God, that's
Oh, that was
We-
awesome.
we-
That was awesome.
We better not. We could start a new race war.
I don't feel
People
like
have lost
running.
all sense of humor.
It's possible. It's possible. Andrea and her beaver, me and my giant cock. And my onesie.
I alone with a pickle.
Pickle port. Victoria says, "Oh my God, I'm dying. Wi-Fi sucks here. I'll catch you later. Jewel, watch it later. Come back and watch this last 20 minutes just for you. Later. Have a good night. Drive home
Oh, we
safe."
miss you, Lady Skipper.
Up here
Pickle
comes you.
port.
Pickle port.
Port.
You need a pickle onesie.
I do. I'm working on a hat right now. I'm working on the design.
Maybe you can knit her a pickle onesie.
If I can get, oh yeah, I like this yarn. It needs some green. I'll get some green because I'm making a pumpkin hat right now. I'll make you a
Oh,
pickle
no
hat.
way.
Counts as a onesie.
What, Chris? You're quiet.
I did a Google search for pickle onesie, and it's just pickle costumes, and this one's a Rasta Impasta men's pickle
What the fuck?
on Amazon.
Yeah, it is.
Of course it's on
You'll see
Amazon.
when I work tomorrow.
That's right. I'll be processing, and somebody will have returned one tomorrow. I'll be like, "Oh my!"
And it'll
fuck."
smell funny.
Yeah.
I'll smell that.
I
Oh,
did.
jeez.
I did wear a shirt
Oh, I like
today.
your pumpkin hat.
That
That's cool.
yeah.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh, yep.
Okay. Why is that even called a Rasta Impasta? That is
It's the
lame.
brand.
It's just a dude in a pickle.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's sold by Rasta Impasta.
That's the brand.
I know, isn't that lame? There's so many that are
There's
lame.
like pimples on that pickle. That's weird.
If you got
Right
a
in his
pimply pickle,
crotchal
see a
area.
doctor.
It's in his crotchal area. That's weird.
Look, there's an
What the hell is that?
there's a 36-inch long inflatable pickle.
Oh god.
Yep.
There's
Yep.
a lot of Pickle Rick ones. Some
There's
of
a
them
lot
are-
of stuff that's like not cool, like just kind of odd and
That's like, what the
creepy.
hell? Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you can go, okay, you know what? That one, I'm okay with that. There's a foam hat. I went to like the other things that are similar. Here's a shirt that has a hand pointing to the left and it says, "I'm with the pickle."
That would
You
be
need
funny.
that. You can carry Pickle Man.
Someone sent me the Fiesta Mr. Pickle. I have that, and then I have a Pickle Rick, a stuffed Pickle Rick. People sent me.
Here's a foam
And a
hat
pickle
that
pen.
looks like a frightened pickle. Actually, it looks like Shrek's head stretched out with lesions on it.
I know. Isn't that atrocious?
There's a squirrel outfit, though. That's kind of awesome because
Oh, there's a shark outfit.
Oh, I see the-
Do.
Fiesta Mr.
The
Pickle, he's got
hammerhead.
the mustache. It's like me and Mr. Pickle had a baby, or me and
Pickle Man.
Pickle Man had a baby.
Mr. Pickles, what you call him. Wow.
The,
Okay, I need to put this away and pay attention to. There's an
What the
avocado.
fuck is that?
Which one? This?
Yeah.
That is an inflatable cock and balls.
It is. Oh my god.
It's like a 7-foot inflatable cock and
What?
balls.
Where are you?
All right.
Okay, hold on.
Just
I'm
sit
just
in the
gonna.
lake.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Oh my god. Oh
And-
my
Oh,
god.
I
by the
see.
way,
Oh my god.
They put the model in a V is for Vendetta mask. Here, I'm just Rust Imposter.
That
This
is
is-
just the strangest thing.
Here,
Why would
here.
you do that?
Let's all just go to the same convention with this.
How do we get through
The
the door?
fuck did I just click on?
I don't know. That scares me. Did it?
the
Wow. Ah!
these pickle costumes are making me think of something that I shared earlier today on Facebook. I shared a bunch of photos from my guys back in the day when we were in the National Guard, and we used to have this party every year called IdFest. And I'm looking at one of the photos and I'm seeing who's tagged in it. And Gumby is tagged in the photo. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I go back to the photo and I'm looking at it really close. There is a Gumby, an inflatable Gumby in the fucking photo with an IdFest t-shirt on it. I was like, don't remember that. I must have been really drunk.
An Ed Fest?
IdFest.
You went to something called Ed Fest?
No,
An
I
Ed
had
Fest.
IdFest every year when I used to live in Blacksburg. We had t-shirts and everything.
It was all Eds all
So
the
was
time.
this like
Wow.
your party?
Uh-huh.
How come we don't have Ed Fest anymore, or am I just not invited?
I got broke.
Wait, financially broke, or you mean the raccoon incident?
Financially broke.
Parties are expensive. It's expensive to be popular.
Especially when you're making up 50 t-shirts.
Did you
Just write it in Sharpie.
did you sell them?
No,
Well, maybe next time if you do it again, you go ahead and go, look, we're pre-ordering t-shirts and you're prepaying, motherfuckers. And if you don't show up, I keep your goddamn t-shirt.
I'll just write on everybody with a Sharpie.
And you charge 20% more, so you have extras. That way when that person shows up with like a date that you weren't expecting, you have a spare t-shirt.
spare t-shirt. Yeah.
Double the price.
Especially if she's going to wear bras.
See what things not
Yeah.
bras?
Okay, let's say goodnight. Do we have a outgoing quote? I'm not toasting labor. That just feels cruel. There we go. Even though you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. Will Rogers.
Here, here.
Cheers to that.
Okay, we are out of here, guys. I will be here from 4 to 8 every night this next week until Sunday when the D&D game. So check it out. Make sure you come join us. Raise a glass with me. I'll do nightcap on the last hour where we just drink, chill, and relax. And I will see everybody there. Let's get us some outro music. We are out of here. Thank you, Elizabeth. I'd love to see your bits. Show me your bitty.
Braless.
Good night.
You're welcome at Ed Fest then.
Join us at the Tavern next
Oh,
week.
look at that.
Until
Somebody else
then,
throwing some stuff.
Have fun, keep learning.
Good night, Victoria.
Be
Thanks for
good.
coming by.
Now, raise your glass in good cheer. Enjoy the small moments every day and steamy dreams every night.
Baby shark.
Good night, everybody.